God has an urgent message for you today. That person who touched your private part without permission, divine justice is coming for them. This isn't just wishful thinking or empty hope. It's a sacred promise that the violation you experienced won't go unanswered. God has seen what happened to you every moment of it, and wants you to know that the person who harmed you will face consequences for their actions. This message comes with love to assure you that you are valued. Your body is sacred, and anyone who violated your boundaries will soon regret their actions. As you hear these words, know that God sees the pain and trauma you've been carrying. It's normal to feel broken, angry, or afraid after someone violated your personal boundaries, but remember that divine protection is now watching over you with special care. Justice is already in motion for the person who hurt you, working in ways you might not yet see. You're receiving this message because it's time for your healing to begin. Even when the path to recovery seems long and difficult, trust that this divine warning is a blessing that confirms you were wronged and deserve justice. Understanding that consequences are coming for the perpetrator gives you strength to focus on your own healing journey. As you think about what happened to you, take time to acknowledge the impact this violation has had on your life. Just like the deep wound needs proper care to heal, your spirit needs divine healing to recover from this trauma. What happened to you was wrong, completely and absolutely wrong, and it was not your fault. No matter what you were wearing, saying, or doing, no one had the right to touch your private parts without clear permission. Just like an invisible shield now surrounds you for protection, this divine warning wraps around your heart with validation. God has seen your pain, heard your cries, and is now promising that justice will come. This message confirms that your feelings are valid, your experience matters, and the person who hurt you will face consequences. Your body is sacred, your boundaries matter, and divine justice recognizes this truth even when human justice might fail. This warning about coming justice is more than just information about what will happen to the perpetrator. It's a spiritual turning point in your healing journey. It's a time for you to connect with your inner strength and find courage to move forward. Face this message with hope, knowing that your recovery is part of God's loving plan for your life. There's divine wisdom working to restore what was damaged in you. The actions taken against you reflect the perpetrator's spiritual failing, not your worth or value. Difficult emotions might still come in waves, but see them as part of the healing process that leads to restoration. Every tear you shed is witnessed by loving divine presence. When memories feel overwhelming, reach out in prayer for comfort and guidance. God is always here to provide strength, wisdom, and protection as you heal. In these sacred moments of connection, you'll find the peace you need to process your experience and move toward wholeness. Divine understanding sees every aspect of your pain and offers perfect comfort tailored exactly to what you need in each moment. As we've discussed, this important message about divine justice and healing, I'd like to support you through more spiritual guidance in the future. If these messages about protection and restoration resonate with your spirit, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel. You'll receive more divine warnings and blessings designed to bring healing and hope to your life. Pay attention to signs that divine justice is already unfolding for the person who violated you. These aren't just coincidences. They're sacred confirmations that wrong actions have consequences. As days pass, stay alert for news about changes in the perpetrator's circumstances. You might hear about them facing problems, truth being revealed about their character, or unexpected difficulties entering their life. You might notice them losing respect, opportunities, or relationships as their true nature becomes visible to others. These aren't accidents. They're divine justice at work. Trust your intuition about the justice process. That quiet voice inside telling you that consequences are happening is your connection to divine wisdom. When you feel a sense of peace about justice unfolding, or when you notice the perpetrator's life changing in challenging ways, that's sacred confirmation that wrong actions are being addressed. These moments of insight show you exactly how divine justice works, sometimes slowly, sometimes suddenly, but always certainly. Notice these signs, find comfort in them, and know that the universe never ignores violations of sacred boundaries. Remember, you're not facing this healing journey alone. Divine love surrounds you, creating a protective space for your recovery as justice unfolds. Around you stands a team of spiritual helpers, guardian angels, and healing forces, all working to restore your sense of safety and worth. This warning about coming consequences for the perpetrator shows how deeply your well-being matters to God. This situation isn't random or forgotten. It's being divinely addressed in perfect ways. Feel comforted knowing that as you focus on healing, spiritual forces are handling justice for the person who harmed you. Each step you take toward recovery is supported by divine strength. The universe cradles you in compassionate hands during this difficult time, and nothing can separate you from this loving care, not the trauma you experienced, not your painful memories, not even the ongoing presence of the person who violated you. Divine timing, God's perfect clock, is working in your situation right now. When you receive a warning like this about justice, coming at exactly the moment when you're ready to hear it, that timing is sacred. These perfectly timed messages show you're connected to divine healing rhythms, living in harmony with spiritual guidance even through trauma recovery. As you notice signs of consequences unfolding for the perpetrator, let them build your faith in divine justice. Each confirmation shows you're being cared for and that wrongdoing is being addressed. Pay attention to these experiences and find peace in their perfect timing. They aren't random happenings. They're part of a loving plan created just for your healing. Keep your heart open to these divine messages about justice unfolding. The more you recognize and welcome them, the clearer you'll see how divine timing is working to restore justice and bring healing to your life. Just as you receive these divine messages about healing and justice, your support helps us continue sharing similar guidance with others who have experienced violation. A small super thanks of $5, $10, or $20 allows these important messages of hope to reach those who feel broken by similar experiences, showing them that divine justice sees and addresses the wrongs done to them. As you move through this healing journey, believe that this painful experience can eventually lead to spiritual strength within you. Just like gold becomes precious only after going through fire, your spirit can develop rare and beautiful qualities through recovering from this violation. God arranges healing paths perfectly, even when the initial harm was never part of divine plan. Focus on nurturing your inner peace because that quiet strength carries you through the recovery process. When you stay connected to spiritual guidance and keep your heart open to healing, powerful transformation begins inside you. Areas of compassion and understanding develop that you never imagined possible. Every step you take toward reclaiming your power brings you closer to a stronger, wiser version of yourself. The perpetrator tried to take your dignity, but through spiritual healing you reclaim it multiplied. Your relationship with divine protection becomes your foundation during this restoration. In time, many survivors find that their healing journey reveals purpose and meaning that transforms their pain into wisdom, that helps others find their way back to wholeness. As you continue healing, make it a habit to say, "I am divinely protected and justice is coming" every morning and night. Speak these words with complete trust in their power. This simple practice builds a spiritual shield around you that trauma memories cannot penetrate. When flashbacks appear or when fears about the perpetrator surface, pause for a moment. Use this time to quiet your mind and reconnect with the divine protection surrounding you. Place your hand over your heart and take 3 deep breaths, knowing that you are safe in this moment. Trust that God is working out justice while you focus on healing. Begin each day thanking the universe for the protection that now surrounds you. When you fill your thoughts with affirmations of safety and justice, you create space for deep healing to occur. Visualize light surrounding your body, creating boundaries that cannot be violated again. Speak words of power over yourself. My body is sacred. My boundaries matter. I am protected. Your faith in divine justice becomes the foundation upon which your sense of safety is rebuilt. During this healing journey, you're not just recovering personally, but also becoming someone who can eventually help others who've experienced similar violations. Your path offers you a unique ability to understand pain that many cannot comprehend. Each day of your healing journey gives you insights that may someday bring hope to someone else suffering in silence. As you connect with divine protection and witness justice unfolding, you gather wisdom that our world desperately needs. Your experience, though painful, develops in you a compassion that can recognize hidden suffering in others. When the time is right and your healing has progressed, your story might become a lighthouse for someone lost in trauma darkness. Embrace each step of your recovery, knowing that divine purpose often weaves healing and helping together. In this journey, both justice and restoration create ripples beyond your own life, forming communities of support where violation is acknowledged and healing is possible. As divine justice unfolds for the person who violated you, you may hear well-meaning advice about forgiveness. It's important to understand that forgiveness doesn't mean excusing what happened or allowing the person back into your life. True forgiveness is a gift you give yourself, releasing the heavy burden of carrying anger and resentment that can poison your own spirit. Divine justice works independently of your forgiveness. The perpetrator will face consequences whether you forgive them or not. This spiritual truth allows you to focus on your own healing rather than carrying responsibility for their punishment. When you're ready, and only when you're truly ready, consider releasing the emotional chains that bind you to the traumatic event. This isn't about the perpetrator's worthiness, but about your freedom. Divine wisdom understands the perfect timing for this release. Some find this possible only after seeing justice manifested, while others find release necessary for their healing to progress. Either path is honored in divine sight. In closing, as we face this healing journey together, move forward with confidence in divine justice. Be prepared to welcome continuing protection, face recovery challenges with patience, and recognize each healing milestone along the way. Trust that the person who violated your sacred boundaries will indeed regret their actions through consequences, both seen and unseen. You are on a path to restoration, surrounded by divine love and strengthened by each passing day. Keep saying, "I am divinely protected and justice is coming," and watch as both healing and justice unfold in your life according to perfect divine timing. If this message has brought comfort or validation to your heart, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more divine guidance. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a message of healing meant specifically for you. When you share this video, you extend its blessing to others who may be suffering in silence. Each person who receives this message of justice through you becomes part of a growing community of healing and hope. Dear Lord, please give strength to all who have experienced violation and the wisdom to recognize your justice working in their lives. Bring healing to their hearts and peace to their spirits. Amen. If this message has touched your healing journey or helped you believe in divine justice again, consider showing your appreciation with a super thanks of $5, $10, $20, or more. Your support helps us continue sharing these important messages with others who need to hear that their violators will face consequences. Please share in the comments what spiritual topics around healing, protection, or justice you'd like to hear in our next video. Your suggestions help us bring you the divine guidance you need most in your healing journey.